it. Green shirts active.
Now Suggs with the 2 fouls, going to back off and go down low and look after Thamba.
Teague's going to take him. This is the mismatch he wants.
Teague takes the shot.
How about this?
First assist for Suggs. He's got 2 turnovers and missed his 2 shots with 2 fouls to boot.
Such good finishes at the rim. Look at his shot.
Wow, you said he could float.
For Timmy. Get him to the box.
Suggs driving in, has the stolen. His 3rd turnover. Now Vital. Passes to Teague, and that's goaltending.
Boy, the mistakes in the tournament. They take off the 1-3-1, go back to the 2-3 zone. But once again, that foul area, get a shooter in there. Teague just flashed. There you go.
Teague steps out of the paint, hits the jumper.
Absolutely.
Suggs open, 3. Long rebound out to Butler.
Like to see him attacking early now.
Teague.
Well, you know,
he got another one.
Well, utilizing, they get to the right spot, and you're right. Timmy, a great field.
You said it best, Rag. I mean, this is one of the best offenses of all time here, the way they move and cut. And just no freedom out there, just confusion because of this defense.
And they found that spot now.
Teague with the jumper.
It's
too easy.
Situation. Screen roll. Find the big.
For Gonzaga, Raph, they have to figure out how to defend this high screen roll. The Bears have just picked it apart offensively. Here it comes.
There you go. Teague was waiting for it to develop. Wasn't there. Now challenges. Puts it up. Oh, what a shot.
Just cover for each other. Multiple efforts. It's
very well said.
Beautiful to watch.
Not necessarily to play against.
Not Finland.
That's right.
Great point.
Teague.
Well, they are so good in that area to flush.
Just got through.
Double up on Butler. Here is Mitchell. Left wide open. Rebound. Comes all the way back to the shooter.
Big Jonathan Moore. Nice play. He's the one that saved.
That was the story of their season, if there's anything. It was those second chance baskets. They've had 9 offensive rebounds in this game today, but been out rebounded by 11 by this Bears bunch.
They get 19 rebounds a game. Excuse me, 14 rebounds, offensive rebounds a game.
It wasn't matched at the top.
No question. What's been impressive is Baylor's still out here competing on the defensive end, even though they're up big.
Yeah, they move you side to side so well with the cuts of the weave.
Teague. He's come on strong in this second half.
They all have that.
Built this program, made it relevant again.
He thought there was something here that could be done. He made promises to people he could bring the program back to the Final Four. And he has done so in his 7th year. 2:10 to go.
It must be a heck of a gardener, huh? The job he's done. Nice slip.
Beats a corner. Teague loads it up. He can really knock him down.
It's a rebound that goes without the ball well.
Moody. Tap, no, almost by Davis. And Baylor comes away with it.
And Arkansas's defense, not as elite guarding the three-point line as last season, but Baylor, we know they're capable of getting hot from downtown.
A little nickel dimer in the lane, and it goes.
Yes, a back
cut or a dribble exchange.
So Eric Musselman, just his 2nd year in Fayetteville, has he done a fantastic job in the corner.
Vital, not really a scorer, an offensive rebounder. You can help out off him if he's open in the corner.
He plays some major defense too. Here's Teague again. Off the glass, and he's got 5 already.
Yeah, I was a kid when I did that. Yes.
Of course, at Duke, you went to sleep with I'm sure, something on Hamlet or.
There's the fade away, and Teague.
Out there, too. That's why I like this kid. He's a winner. Nice cut again.
This shot's not there. It is for Teague. He's it.
How about that?
He does have that.
Tate.
It's Tate.
Just watch the chart. Nice
Look at Meyer. Take it away. Will he chase it down? Yes. In time, it's Teague. It did.
You can't hurt that kid, by the way. He is a tank.
Would have been huge had it gone the other way.
Absolutely. Four would ruin their rotation. Scott alluded to with Tracy. Little ball screen, and then they go individual skill.
Teague flips it up and hits it.
Swing it.
He should have.
To the rim, it comes out to Mitchell. Now Baylor is racing.
Watch the wing.
Teague with that shot of his.
Make it nice.
Oh, what Muscleman burns a lot of calories over there on that bench during the game.
He starts the game about 140, down to 120. Pretty good communication right there on that ball screen.
Meyer.
Weave to a ball screen.
Yep, back to Mitchell.
One of their favorite sets.
They're not switching now defensively.
That's what kills you.
Teague.
You snip, you pay.
Keep an eye on Chachua back in the back. He can leap. And it's Teague who finishes and block and one. With all of that, the Bears down 2. They can tie or take the lead right here.
Yeah, Meyer in the game, not only for the size aspect, but shown last game, he can put the ball in the basket. And speaking of which, has been one of the very reliable scorers today for Wisconsin. 7 of their 21. Here goes Mitchell. Oh, what a pass! Driving off that baseline.
Kevin, that's really the first time he's had a relatively uncontested look at the basket.
Look at Mitchell dance. 3 Teague. It's Potter finding on Tomba. And a rebound inside by Vital. They create chaos when they get here. Good feed, drive inside. He hit it. Macio Teague.
He's coming in there as you look at his size, 5'10", 165 pounds. No fear at all.
Making the most of the opportunity. The Hawks program and school debut in the NCAA tournament, pure for #1 seed, 10-6. One of the best offenses in the nation is struggling right now, and it's Teague. The 11th turnover for Hartford in this half. Teague with the triple try.
Pressure is starting to get to the Hawks.
Teague with the take and in for 2. That looks
Going into the half, this is a huge possession defensively for the Hartford Hawks.
backdoor look here for Teague. Body control. Finish for.
And he draws a foul on Tracy Carter.
And that's his third, by the way. And right now, Gallagher not looking towards his bench. It's
point blank. They needed that one. This is where your leadership and Jared Butler has to take over.
Just about to say that. You would think this is where Butler or maybe Teague will answer. Back to Baylor.
I love his potential and upside, Lisa. Great question. But we talk about NBA, we going Jared Butler and Davion Mitchell right now.
Oh, of course. Two of the big stars here is Mitchell and Butler. Finding Teague. All three guards touched it on that possession for a. They had a couple of clean looks to try to tie that game.
They had some free throws. They missed a layup and also had a good look at the three-point line and then a wide open look.
Vital plays, and Moncrief brings the same energy, only a freshman from Toronto.
Macio Teague. His three-point shooting has been risked. Ice likely. He's going to try to go right to the basket. And that time Thamba was waiting.
I'd be concerned if I was Scott Drew because his transition defense is not good.
Teague ran the baseline and hits the baby Turner pass. Boy, they want to keep on running.
Nice save.
And Likely's got it. Nope. Walker an air ball.
See, they're pointing and matching up. It's really a zone, but they're switching bodies off.
Macio Teague with a block shot off the window.
Right there.
Matthew Meyer can't answer. The rebound thrown back in. Meyer in the lane. Right back to Chachua. Teague in the corner. Yes!
But will be rewarded when they watch the film tomorrow.
Macio Teague floats it in. Knocked away by Mitchell. 2-on-1. Butler flips a wild one up. There's Teague on the follow.
Cam's not the man. It's been this guy, Anderson.
Macio Teague. He answers all of a sudden. Vital with a bump underneath, but he couldn't stop Deshaun Gordon from getting Kansas State on the board. Teague from the corner. Yes. That was of the first half. So a sloppy start for the 1 seed, although Davion Mitchell gets a deflection and a steal here. Vital cruises in, gives it up, and Macio Teague. Gordon can't answer. And Chachua is able to corral the rebound. Butler to Teague. Yes.
Great ball movement. It started with other than the fact that they've been playing together all season, because he went left and threw it back over his right shoulder and found this freshman who's really coming into his own.
Teague from the elbow. Wins it. Offensive rebound.
Oh boy.
Nearly turned it over. Instead of the elbow, it's Pack. He pulled the string.
Oh, I love this effort by K-State. Give them credit. They are making this a dogfight.
Rainbow floater, which have resulted in a lead change. So this has been back and forth between these two teams. The 1 seed against the 9 seed. Macio Teague looking for some room with the left hand. Able to finish, plus the foul.
For the ages. We said this a week ago. The defense we've seen from K-State at the end of the season looked like what we saw in 2008, into the half court and running their offense.
Hands by Teague. He creates the turnover, and he'll cruise in for 2. Pack threw it behind Eziegu. Teague floats one off the window, score it, plus the foul.
No legs. Came up short. Good look.
Macio Teague, again the shot clock winding down. Weaving, off glass, he does it again. A rebound. Butler sets up Teague in the corner. Macio Teague. Jared Butler also trying to put an exclamation point on the end of what very well could be a Big 12 Player of the Year season. Even with the COVID pause that Baylor suffered through, he has had an incredible season.
They get Edwards and Shannon to put points on the board for them. With their defense as a team, they can beat anybody on a given night. And with a little slide where those two guys weren't scoring, they seem to got their rhythm back down. Get the mojo back.
Teague hits another 3. He already
played him tough. Every time I get one of his games, people play him so tough.
Mark Vital with his 7th rebound to go along with 8 points. Here's Butler in transition. Check that Teague from here on out.
And if Joey Brackett says it, Dr. L says it, I believe it. I listen. When he speaks, I listen.
How about that old school up and under scoop?
Coach of the Year, for me, it's an easy choice. Juwan Howard, the amazing job he has done with the Wolverines. I mean, they're going to be in a fight today. For some reason, I just think Michigan State's going to play them really tough. But he's my national coach of the year. He's been a brilliant leader. They got so many weapons when you talk about Baylor. So many guys that can make shots.
Meyer grazed the hustle from the corner. That was Vital keeping it alive.
Vital again. that I really would love to see in the dance or upset in their tournaments. That's Loyola, won their tournament, and getting beat was Drake. I have to see Drake at 25-4, and Belmont's another team. I think those two teams really belong in the
number 3 team in America. He's never played in an NCAA tournament. He sat out for a year after transferring from UNC Asheville, where he played his first 2 seasons. So last year was his first year at Baylor, and of course we had no NCAA tournament last year. So here he is again for 3.
Are you kidding me?
Wide open 3-point look. And it's a 12-point game with 4.5 minutes to go as Kyler Edwards with his 4th triple. Teague tries again. Knocks it down.
Wow. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hey, by the way, Michigan State was up 7 with about 12 minutes to go. Michigan could be up to the city. Michigan State time is a little to pull the knockout.
He can't make another. He can't make another.
Man, it's easier to get cuts. It's easier to get drives because help is more difficult to position when the ball's in the middle of the floor as opposed to a side when you've established a weak side or a strong side.
Great answer, Jay.
I did a filibuster there. That way people got bored and didn't really listen to it, so they couldn't evaluate it.
Macio, Teague, the zone Baylor, though, with their shooting ability.
Well, if you match up out of it, you can, and it doesn't look like zone all the time, so it gives you a different feel. The problem is rebounding out of it. Per 40 minutes, that's pretty darn productive.
Physical defense, Macio Teague there against Cade Cunningham.
And Macio Teague has length as well. His arms go forever.
There he is in the corner.
The ball went out toward midcourt, but the officials disagreed.
Mike Boynton has a tremendous recruiting class, not only this year, but also coming in. Beautiful pass
to Cade Cunningham wherever he goes to make sure they can get him back in exactly when they want. But when I came out of the game as a player, I would have loved to have this kind of bench distance to stay away from the head coach, who usually wanted to yell at me for everything I did. Just didn't finish it. Cunningham didn't have an angle. He came out to guard Meyer in the corner and just allowed him the baseline.
Meyer had to save it as he got into his own teammate Mitchell. Off the pitch ahead, and a pull-up 3.
Chamwa Chachua guarding Cunningham.
And he just lost the dribble. Teague stepped through, got it for 2.
When we miss shots today, let's miss long and not short. They missed an awful lot of shots because of their legs. And Bob, one last thing. No offense to Kansas, they're playing great, but every team in this league that's going to the NCAA tournament would have beaten Baylor on Saturday night, in my opinion. That's how poorly they played. And this is a drive and kick offense.
There's the drive. Emmett Matthews contested 2. And Butler's got the rebound. Macio Teague has another.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe that a big guy who averages 1.8 points a game could have a 2-to-1 assist turnover ratio. But in addition to the charges and the deflections, he's a great passer out there.
7 to shoot. Over the top of McBride.
Think about it, Bob. He rarely misses those shots.
Floater by McBride. Too strong. Macio Teague off the window.
Freshman. Grew up in the shadows of the campus in Fairmont.
Extra pass, shot fake by Teague. Steps in for 2.
On the runner when the ball down to the Bears.
So difficult to get the shot you want against Baylor with their length and versatility on defense.
How about a beautiful... And they missed their first 5, hit their last 2. And these two teams are tied at 18 right now.
Really a remarkable shooting number for Baylor. They make almost 11 threes a game, and they've got multiple shooters. It's not just 1 or 2 guys that lead the way. They've got 5 or 6 guys that you have to make them put it on the deck before they shoot it to try to take away some of their effectiveness.
including some guys who come off the bench like Flagler and Meyer. A lot of dribbling by Teague on this possession, but it works out.
Any position, any assignment, and he goes after it and does it well. I mean, I remember last year when Devon Dotson was out, he had to take over the point at Oklahoma and had a great game.
Macio doing impressions of the head coach. It's a fine line between, okay, that was funny, or no, you crossed the line right now. But Mitch Leifert always seems to straddle that line very nicely.
Baskets like that. That was a warm-ups style layup there. I mean, you don't get a layup that wide open in halftime warm-ups.
Teague again.
And just throw over the top and eliminate help.
Around and out for Butler, but the offensive rebound to Teague. Tough one. And it goes.
Shot away and pitching it out of bounds. Got another one.
Yep.
He ended up going to Memphis because of Penny Hardaway and that close connection.
Absolutely.
But he told me he was thinking about, Baylor was a close second. So I think the visit was solid.
So a 15-4 lead for Iowa State. Yes, a double-digit lead against undefeated Baylor. Even as early as it is. Teague the fall away. Over Bolton, that's pure. 5 to shoot for Bolton. Against Teague.
I don't like that shot.
That's a brick.
It's a horrible shot. Wasted possession. No movement. No ball. No paint. The ball get to the paint. That was a bad possession right there.
Butler. Nice ball movement. Butler to Mitchell. Not comparing the two, but Bolton has to produce like that night after night for Iowa State. He is that new lead guard with Tyrese Halliburton in the NBA.
I mean, the only two areas where I could see improvement is his three-point shooting and his assist-turnover ratio. I mean, as a point guard, you have to have a better assist-to-turnover ratio. Can't be 1-to-1. And your three-point shooting 31%, it's not good enough. You got to fix that. But other than that, his numbers are very impressive.
Macio Teague scoops it in.
Dude is a killer for real.
Teague in the lane. So another flip by Teague.
Lance has been consistent throughout the whole year, and consistency helps you win games. Coach Crone wants him shooting the ball right now.
Believe it or not, it's Coleman Land's first three tonight. He's 1 for 4. Teague churning, and he banks it in.
Wow, what a way to start. You couldn't script it any better at halftime. Shaka could talk all he wants. He could chart on the blackboard. He could do all that. Right there, 2 threes, baby. That's the answer. And we got a game.
Brown limited in the first half due to some foul trouble. And the Longhorns being urged on by their crowd. They got fans in the Irwin Center for the first time in a while.
That year, they beat Duke in the championship by 30 points. Blew them out. And then the following year, Duke shocked them in the semifinal. A couple of great plays by Hurley. And near the end of the
point game, closing on 5 to go. Texas playing from behind.
They're going to come with some stops, obviously, now. You don't have to be a genius to figure this out. Go to Princeton. 5 minutes to go, you're down 9. You're playing another 2 team in the nation. You got to lock up some people.
Teague inside off the wing. Rainey spinning, lost the handle, squirts out Mitchell. Here come the Bears. They got numbers.
Oh,
nice fake and button.
Via the NBA Global Academy in Australia, UNLV transfer.
Good cut to the goal. Mitchell. Shot clock winding down. And that one's saved. Feed inside, and they got an easy look for Macio.
Yeah, fortunate for the Tigers because Baylor smelled the lob out, but did not smell the ball deflected, and Jalen Williams with an easy basket.
Mitchell from the free throw line.
Really impressed with Auburn's defense.
Teague spins.
That did not look pretty, but he didn't lose the ball when he found J.T. Thor inside. Really impressed, John, with this young Auburn team. If you know Bruce Pearl, you knew they were going to come out with a plan, and you knew they would battle, and they have.
Yeah, that one was almost
Type shots or those mid-range floaters.
Cooper, shot rejected.
That looked like vital.
Teague, that's a three. Got it.
Timeout.
And just like
they really have, and this game could have gotten away even more, but give Auburn credit. They're going to fight and scratch. And again, for at least a half, they gave Baylor some fits with that athleticism and length.
I wish Bruce Pearl was more animated on the sideline. Just feel like he needs to work on being a little more expressive.
You know, John, I'm a big Bruce Pearl fan. Now, some things he's done with the recruiting that he's paid for, but I've known him a long time, and as that basket goes, wow.
Being an example, transferred from UNC Asheville, wasn't highly recruited before he got to Asheville. They have developed those guys. This program is about process, and it's a program with a lot of character.
Here's Teague, little hitch in that three. Another three attempt off the mark, offensive rebound. Kansas State hasn't gotten a lot of those so far, but they can't cash it in. Teague from the corner, rattles it.
I believe Cade Cunningham would be back in action.
He's taken the last 2 games off. Here's Teague again. 23rd dunk on the season for the 7-footer out of St. Louis. Lothamba screens and then rescreens. Teague, the runner, yes. They will tie their second longest ever win streak to start a season. 2017, they started out 15-0 as well. And there's Teague.
As we all know, during the holidays, bragging rights is a good thing to have.
No doubt. So Butler and Teague, starters still on the floor. The other 3, Chamwa, Flagler, and Meyer off the bench. An open.
You don't see Baylor go through drops like this, Bill. 2 points in the last 5 minutes.
Well, this is a good defensive team, too. Because the zone sometimes stagnates you a little bit. You got to be.
Our 6th tie. And Meyer got some separation for 3. No good. The putback, though, is. So that's knocked away by Vital. How about that? The extra hand by Butler.
Absolutely.
They're telling Teague to shoot it from the baseline, and he does. They're in the backcourt. Flagler's runner is no good. Vital with the board. Nice pass. Teague will convert.
The floor harder than Chamwa. Let us know, because we haven't seen it. Aaron pass. Teague. Timeout, Kansas. Bills.
Clear basket away from Harris. What a great block.
Vital's already got a bucket, 5 rebounds, an assist, and a block in this game. Teague cannot shake Harris. Now he does. Stumbling a bit, but he knocks it down anyway.
Chamwa set.
Got forced further away from the bucket than he wanted. McCormick can't finish it. Baylor ball.
Kansas just set a little ball screen right at the elbow. One elbow screening for the other elbow.
Floater will go for Teague.
How pretty was that? It's awesome.
He is beloved within the program and by the fan base for the energy on the bench, the energy on the court, the selflessness.
You can see why. I mean, you don't have to give him the ball. He goes and gets it anyway.
And as inexperienced as he is, relatively speaking, really having only played for 5 years, maybe just scratching the surface, Jay?
Yeah.
Teague.
Because his fakes just a bit, so he couldn't get a full-on straight-line drive to the basket. With a strong move.
Jared Butler with 28, career highs 31. 7 threes tonight, career highs 8. chance for three for Macio Teague.
An argument to college basketball. This is the premier matchup of the day and a very difficult road test for a Baylor team coming off of win after win after win against a Texas Tech team that had a terrific road victory at the buzzer when Mac McClung beat Texas the other night. High off the window, program is playing. The Bears turn it over, and Texas Tech cuts the lead down to 3.
Well, I like Michael Peavy. I'll tell you one thing. He's got some future, that kid. He's strong, physical. Showed it right there, attacking with that tip in.
Off the window.
You got a veteran team you're playing now with this Baylor team. And you look at the situation.
Hit the 3.
That baby was in, too. Rolled out.
Macio Teague recovers in the corner. 13 to shoot. Teague pulls up. Yes.
Really a veteran guy that played in terms of Georgetown. It takes a little while, and he's just part of a team. He's part of a team, but you can see skills that he has that separates him from many. Now look at it, help on the defense. Get him to the baseline.
Macio Teague, though.
They're going to reverse the ball, getting away from the trap.
McClung, that's blocked by Vidal. Back the other way comes Flagler.
Hey, Vidal always making big defensive plays. See right there, Vidal like one of mine, man. That was Brick City, USA, baby. That was Brick City, USA. Wow. Question is, will Baylor leave here undefeated? Remember Michigan, we only got 4 now. Michigan lost today.
I was comparing this young man to Frank Mason Jr. before the Kansas game, and he went for the donut, but you got an example right there. Compact build, bulldog mentality, terrific footwork that time.
And I don't know about you, Fran, whoever does that to whoever else, like you never like to see a guy, you know, wind up on the seat of his pants because of a move like that. But when it does happen, you want to see the guy make the shot.
Nemhard, he's told us a couple times during the season, I don't need to go out and get 25. I want the game to come to me because I want my young teammates to grow. But when I have to take over, I will.
Well, he's doing it right now. He's got 8 of their last 10. Yeah, we have it on pretty good authority that Chamo Chachua leads the Big 12 in things you don't see in the box score, right? He does all of that stuff.
Exactly.
Butler using the screen. Tried to lob it up top for Chamo Chachua. Instead, it's going to be Teague for 3.
Oh, sweet. And I don't know if EJ, Everyday John's going to get an assist on that, but he is going to get a rebound. And watch him run. It looks like on our stats
monitor, they gave him an assist, and now Teague on.
Guys who have been around the block.
There's the first bucket of the game for Oklahoma. They're in the scoring column.
Both of these offenses are good. We've talked about Baylor. These are the 2 highest scoring offenses in the Big 12. They're the 2 highest assist offenses in the Big 12. Very unselfish teams and really good scorers.
There's Teague, speaking of...
Where you get the pick and roll, Butler finds the skip. He's reading the tag guy. Who's helping on the roller? Then you get an extra pass. And there, Rich Hollenberg, a la your style.
Yeah, I left mine in the closet tonight, but usually, you know, if it wasn't a Wednesday night, I'd be breaking that out. One for the Bears will be Saturday, February 6th against the Horned Frogs. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com/Big12Now. We've got Oklahoma State Saturday, Chris Spatola. What do you think about Cade Cunningham so far?
I think he's had a risk of the adrenaline that fans provide to players and the impact that can have. The other thing I'd throw in is officiating. I mean, these officials are humans. They are affected by home crowds, even though they'll tell you they aren't.
Deion Mitchell and Jared Butler, every time I've been at a Baylor shoot-around, when they're on the road, they both run in before everybody else does. Mitchell goes and grabs the ball and hits the first shot. They have a ton of energy. Love playing together. Deion Mitchell he's an animal. Nice shot from Macio Teague.
Macio Teague, a tough act to defend.
Butler again. Rebound Mitchell. Teague will take one. And back-to-back threes for Baylor. It's missed. He really didn't even look at the hoop. He kind of was in his shot motion before he knew where he was. Teague driving on him and finish.
That's a beautiful left.
One of the best defenders in the country. And Arnie Morris knocks down a 2-point bucket for an 8-4 lead. Mitchell spins into the paint.
I'm impressed right now.
Here's keep possession of the ball. Teague, jumper, good. 3-pointer from the left corner is good.
Today. So it's not an excuse, but, as we see, a great steal today by Mitchell. But I think it might take them a little time to maybe warm up a little bit, get it back going, might be a little fatigue.
Ball movement by Baylor. Teague, a 3 right corner is no good. Thamba, the offensive rebound and kick out. And right back to Teague underneath. With Texas Southern, that game has had to been postponed. So now they won't play until, I think it's January 4th. We'll look at their schedule. Nice reverse layup for 2. Their instructions a lot of times. You can hear them very clearly. Nice drive. The alley-oop attempt just off, with the rebound by the Baylor Bears. Macio, Teague. The other side of that was the Ole Miss team, and Anthony Boone was a part of that Ole Miss team, and he remembered it. He remembers it very well. I don't think he'll ever forget that.
Mayflower, that area.
You know that area pretty well. You probably made a lot of trips there, haven't you?
Almost 2-3 times a year.
Nice break.
Struggling right now. They don't have any veterans. They don't have any upperclassmen. I think right now we see in college basketball is that we see a nice layup by Mason.
But some folks in some circles, well, I saw a story this week that said Gonzaga's head and shoulders above everyone in the nation. What do you think about that?
I think
there is the first bucket of the second half for Central Arkansas. Points coming out of the timeout. Samson George with the bucket makes it 68-37 Baylor. And there's Mason.
He can throw you on the floor and know that, hey, I'm going to get 10 rebounds at least, or I'm going to get at least 10 points from this kid. They love this. You see the backdoor cut Mason's way to get his points.
There's 4 players in double figures already with 9:45 to play. Teague is one of those. Look at that move. Wow.
He has probably some of the most NBA potential that I've seen in a long time.
Defense by Flagler. Here's Teague again, firing a 3, and he is hitting it. Matthew Myers on the floor as well. Let's just keep racking up the nicknames for Jonathan Chachua. He's got 2 in his first 20 seconds on the floor. There's Macio. 3 left corner by Jordan Turner. It's no good. Teague the rebound and the putback. And 1-7 on the season, playing a really rugged road schedule to start the year. 3-pointer no good. Thamba rebounds for Baylor. Macio Teague gonna fire and hit a 3, top of the.
And no third opportunity. McGurl ahead, looking for Miguel, but there to pick that off is Mitchell.
Yeah, those are the type of things that can happen for Kansas State today. Careless turnovers. Baylor's going to be tough to score against as it is, but those ones that aren't necessarily forced by the things that they do, carelessness on your part, you've got to minimize those in a big way here this afternoon.
Shot clock down to 5. Step back. Teague from the corner. Good.
Be more efficient, more spacing, more skilled guys on the perimeter to make plays.
Well, after Mitchell turned it over, McGurl's shot well off the mark right side there. Wow. Including Adam Flagler, leading scorer, who's come off the bench every game, but pacing them to 15 points. He and Jordan Turner out for this game and did not make the trip up from Waco.
And Flagler, obviously an important piece for Baylor off the bench. Got to basically playing 9 guys. Teague wide open again. Sharpness has been good so far, particularly on the defensive end for Baylor. Another turnover right there. He talked about maybe substituting more liberally early in the game, and not having Flagler may affect that, but they don't need him right now.
Starting lineup the last few games. In fact, first career start was on the Friday game against Milwaukee. It's 17 points. 7 of 14 in that game. He's been in the starting lineup since.
Yeah, that's what initiated or I guess, makes K-State go small when you insert him in there. But I like it by Bruce Weber. Definitely more potent offensively.
Teague elects to put it up and falls.
Have to come back to this one, but it's some good work playing against a defense like this. You're not going to play against anyone that's better defensively.
And Jared Butler went into the starting lineup for Scott Drew.
Yeah, the other thing, he's always been a good athlete. I mean, he was a top 100 player.
But he has developed it even more since.
Like, his explosiveness is, for a guy who's already a good athlete.
So he's got a lot of work to do on the boards to reach that. Batted around into the hands of Mitchell, and up ahead, Teague slams it.
Stephen F. Austin, drive taken out of the air, block by Jonathan Chachua.
Now watch him run the floor after that play. Teague is going to get a layup, but just
F. Austin, Avion Mitchell, Flagler firing again. This one's no good. Rebound by Teague. Teague up and in. Teague's got 4.
So energetic in this first half. He's got to have double figures by now, doesn't he?
Yep, he's into double figures, getting some minutes and playing well with Colbert on the bench with a couple of fouls. Used to struggle offensively by his standards. 3 for 11, 8 points on the night.
He's really only had one open shot that I can remember. That's that one in transition early in the second half. Other than that, everything's been challenged with a long arm. What a beautiful play by Mason. Athleticism and length. Little 1-2-2 3/4 court pressure. Davion Mitchell with the steal. Mitchell's the one who threw that lob to everyday. He's been punched in the mouth twice. Now he's punching back.
Yeah.
Good play by Meyer.
And another turnover. Mitchell ahead to Teague for the lay-in. And it's
phone calls as the shot clock is down to 5, and that jumper from outside is no good by Wright. One and done once again. The drought continues, and the other way, Teague lets it fly for 3. Towards the end of the first half, under 2 to go. Mitchell and Teague. Myers in the center of the zone, and they could spot him up. He better stay out of the paint, though. Vital in the middle of the paint now as he flashed underneath. There's Teague on the baseline drive. Top Vital off the miss, and Mitchell up top. Mitchell, they have Vital anytime they want, right there, mid-post. And he's just much stronger than Nate Roberts, who's a huge guy, a huge man, 6'11" and 265. And Vital at 6'5" just moves him out of the way, and it's got 2 big games. The big one on Saturday, Mitchell, his short-range shot just rolled off. Teague again, Teague with a follow-up, Teague for 2. Davion Mitchell's gotten on him a couple of times, and up top, it's Butler for Flagler. No-look pass underneath. And whoa! That little high-arcing shot to get over. Spin move outside. AU underneath. Got in too deep. Threw it up underneath the glass. And we see where Butler was shaken up momentarily. Coming back the other way. Drilling the 3 is Teague. Mitchell gets through the zone. Outside. Here's Butler. Tees up a 3. That rolls out. Vital on the rebound. And nice hole in the middle for Teague, who just throws up the floater for 2. So now that pull-up on the baseline, and that won't go down. Duguay with that shot and the miss. And here come the Baylor Bears. 3-pointer on the way. 3-pointer's good by Macio Teague in Vegas. Go figure. Baylor in command in this game, and then tomorrow they'll play in a 3 o'clock Pacific time start against the University of Washington Huskies. Teague dribble drive, floater in the lane. It's good as he gets knocked down of the second half. Flagler's back in there. They kick it up top for Teague. Teague, penetration, cut off. Back up top, here's Flagler. Flagler, Teague, 3-pointer on the way, and that is money. The game, down low. They kind of walled Richards out of the way, and they backed him out of the paint, which was a good move. In turn, he misses the shot. Wide open Teague for 2. I mean, that's just money from there. And Garnett with the short-range jumper that won't fall. Macio Teague the other way for Baylor. And Cryer up top. We'll just slow it down here. Work the half-court set. Around the screen, here's Teague. Teague fading away, jumper good. Macio Teague with that. The ball inbounds. They get it into Cryer off the double team. And they break it with Teague. Teague takes it length of the court, rolls around and in. Akuba now with 18 points. Russell with 22 for Louisiana. And underneath that layup by Macio Teague.